kicking doors. Quinton Douman is a young man from El Dorado Park that has gone on to do some amazing things with his life, including being a graduate from Gibbs Business School and Stanford University. He runs a company called 212 Business Consulting. The heavy hitter, Quinton Douman. What I love about you as well is you are what I refer to as a social entrepreneur. People that are entrepreneurs, but they make money out of empowering other people and changing other people's lives.
I think that from the education side, the Stanford is the most recent one. It was a short course that I enrolled for at Stanford University on the science of decision making. It's one of the things I always sort of try to grapple with in my mind. So like, why do I do the things that I do? Like, the things I say I'm gonna do, I never do them. And then those things I say I'm not gonna do, I end up doing it. It's like, what's up with that? And decision making as a science and as an artist has appealed to me for the longest time. Therefore, I've always been involved in behavioral training from a personal development side. And more especially, you know, with a special focus on decision making. So I enrolled. It's funny, I was doing research on decision making, and then this course came up, and it was the first time that Stanford University had dedicated a team to this discipline of decision making. So I enrolled, and part of the program was online and virtual assessments and virtual classes, and some digitized recordings of lectures. And then the last piece was at Stanford University. I was on campus and got exposed to some really, really amazing lecturers or facilitators, and got to use some of their facilities. So that was awesome from a decision-making perspective, because that's kind of what I'm trying to bring into all the programs that we offer. So when we do leadership, it's leadership with a special focus on superior decision-making. If we're doing personal development at schools, there's a special focus on decision-making. You know, we've got like just one standard rule is whenever you're about to make a decision, never say, what am I going to do now? Say, what do I know right now? Because very often we make decisions so quickly with insufficient data or insufficient information. So the first step, whatever it is, I'm going to do an interview with Zbu. What do I know? What I know about Zbu, let me check Zbu out. What's kicking doors all about? So I guess it's about being a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more engaged in life in general, and then make your decisions strongly based on what you know. So leaving a little bit less room for sort of substandard decisions.
And what does your company do now?
So we offer personal development programs to corporate companies in the form of sales training solutions and sales leadership training solutions. That's our niche. So that's our niche. So when you look at sales and sales leadership, there's many soft skills that form part of the curriculums of these programs, but our niche in terms of an audience is middle managers, sales leaders, and actual salespeople or entrepreneurs.
And you also give talks, right?
Yes, I do. I personally give talks. I'm not trying to make speaking a profession. I use it as a medium. Yeah. See, so if you've got your company conference and you need a speaker on leadership or on sales, I use that 90 minutes to hopefully impact you in such a way that you want to speak to me afterwards about the programs that we have. Because if you then say to me, Quinton, let's do something that's going to really move my people, because you can't move people in 90 minutes. I'm talking about sustainable change, right? Yeah, so you can't do that in 90 minutes. But if I can get into your company and we can do a proper learning and development path for your people that lasts between 12 and 18 months, then we can move them. Then we can actually see real change in behavior.
Ladies and gentlemen, Quinton has been through quite an interesting journey. He was expelled a couple of times from school, almost expelled from work. I have been fired a couple of times. So you guys have heard about it. A lot of people have been fired. It's not so bad after all. You wanted to go start your own thing and start your own journey. Before I let you go, I'd like to know, where is your company going? Where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Where are you going to be in the next 10 years?
Well, I think on a higher level, it would be silly for any company in any company like mine not to fully embrace the opportunities that come with all the social and digital media advancements. So we are very deliberate right now over the next 5 years and I guess 10 years to make sure that our learning becomes a lot more accessible through smartphones, accessible online.
Okay, now, how do people get in touch with your company?
Well, they can check on our website, which is www.212.co.za.
212, the numerical?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 212.co.za or on my personal website, which is quintondouman.co.za.
Quinton, thank you very much for joining us.
Awesome, man. Thank you for having me.